Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. I'm so happy to be here with you today. It's been a good long minute since I've been able to do a reading for you, and this reading kind of came to me, and so this is going to be spirit wake up calls. Like if you've been getting guidance from spirit, waking up in the middle of the night in the midnight hour at some point, and the way it was given to me to do the reading is I'm going to pull a pile for a midnight wake up call, a 1 a.m. wake up call, a 2 a.m. wake up call, a 3 a.m. wake up call, and a 4 a.m. wake up call. Now, I will also be pulling a card for each of these. And so if, you're woken up at 2:05 or 1:15 or whatever it might be, or you feel pulled to the 4 a.m. wake up call, card or reading or energy or whatever it might be that's pulling you, please feel free to select any of the piles that resonate with you, that pull forward for you. But this is how I've kind of prayed over the reading and what came to me in my meditation in terms of what needed to be pulled. So that being said, I'm actually going to pull the card that is going to pull you in, which is going to be an oracle card from the Mystical Wisdom Tarot. The reading will be, I'll answer a couple of questions. So I'll ask initially, what is the issue to address that Spirit is wanting to address with you, where you have that kind of wake up, like you know that you're receiving information or getting information or just needing to be alerted to something. So what is the issue that to address? And then we'll pull some cards around what is hidden that needs to be revealed. And then we'll pull some cards around what action or medicine is needed for you on the issue that has come up. And then finally, how will your guides, your spirit guides, your angels, whatever higher level support, God, Jesus, whatever it might be for you, is willing to support. How might they be able to support you in your soul journey? Because we find that, sometimes in the quiet of the morning, that is when we can really hear the guidance that we need to hear to move us forward, or be warned about something, or just get clarity, or even receive a spiritual hug, a spiritual kiss from from your God, just saying, I'm here, I'm with you every step of the way. So that's what this reading is about. Thank you for joining into the Abundant Joy Tarot. It is truly my pleasure to be here. I pray to be a clear channel and light for you. These readings obviously are general readings, and so I ask that you take what resonates with you and, kind of leave the rest, because the most important connection that you have is your connection with the divine, right? But this is just my attempt to, be a vessel of some sort to give you any additional information. So I would really appreciate it, as I continue to try to grow this channel, if you have not already subscribed, that you go down there and click that subscribe button for me. Every subscription makes a big difference to me. And also, if anything resonates with you, to share a comment or just hit that like button for me. I would really, really appreciate it. And so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull now. And then once I pull that initial card for you all, and this is our day, by the way, if I didn't say that, but once I pull the initial card for each of the readings, you can go to the timestamps, pull yourself in, or you can even just go by the hour if you want to jump in and do that. Then I will have another timestamp that shows the pile picking, because it's going to be extensive, because I've got 5 different piles here. But you can just go directly into your reading if you prefer to not watch any of that, okay? So thank you for being here. Much love, light, and blessings to you all. And may this reading be supportive to you on your journey. So let's get started. So for the midnight hour, Spirit, what's happening in the midnight hour? For the midnight hour, Spirit, we want to get an idea of what is the issue to address. And of course, we'll pull some additional cards up to clarify the issue to be addressed. But this is just the card to guide these beautiful souls into the reading for the midnight hour. Okay. And for 1 a.m. For 1 a.m., Spirit, when we're getting that phone call at 1 a.m. Okay. And then for 2 a.m., that spirit wake up call at 2 a.m. or around that time. Okay, and obviously if you're international, kind of use the times for what makes sense, what makes sense for you, what you're drawn into. Oops. Okay, so we got too many cards there. So I've lost my 4 a.m. There we go. Okay, so let's look at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Spirit. What is the issue to be addressed? Oops, okay. For 3 a.m. And finally, for that 4 a.m. hour. 4 a.m. hour. I feel like it's this one here. Okay. All right, so let's take a look and see what we've got here. So for the midnight hour, the oracle card that you have here is knowledge. Seek knowledge. Okay, for the midnight hour. Beautiful. And then for the 1 a.m., we've got sensuality. Express your sensuality. Now, there's a lot of really beautiful things, but I'll wait to do that in the reading. And then for 2 a.m., intuition. Look at that beautiful card. Trust your intuition. Okay. For the 3 a.m. hour, we've got competition. Summon courage and self-confidence. Summon courage and self-confidence. Look at her. She's like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so that's 3 a.m. 4 a.m. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. Look at that. Okay. All right, so these are the cards that will pull you into the reading. I am going to pull extensive because I'm pulling from, a couple of different tarot decks and a couple of different oracle decks for each of those questions that I walked through. So again, we're going to be looking at what is the issue to be addressed, what is hidden and needs to be revealed, what action or medicine is needed, and then how will your guides or angels support you to address this issue in your life. So I hope that's helpful for you. I'm so happy that you're here. Please pick what resonates with you, what pulls you in. And I will see you in your reading. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button for me. And please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get into this. All right, so now I'm going to go through the extensive pile picking process for each of these readings. So it might take us a minute. So if you're interested, you can hang on for the ride, or you can click that button and go to whichever reading that you want to go to. So first I'm asking Spirit for what is the issue to be addressed? What is the issue to be addressed? And actually I'm being guided to go backwards. So I'm actually going to go backwards in pulling the cards. And so then I'm going to go back down. How will your guides or angels support you with dealing with this issue? Okay, got tiny hands, so I'm having a hard time here with this. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, and we're going to pull, on this one, we're going to pull 2 of these star tarot cards. And the question that we're asking Spirit here is, please give me guidance, Spirit. I'm starting with the midnight hour for when these beautiful souls are getting a call. But how will you support them with the issue that needs to be addressed? How will you support them with the issue that needs to be addressed for those that are getting that midnight hour? And look at that. That was 2 cards. Okay, so for the midnight hour, so let's look at 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a lot of cards. So we're going to, so for 1 a.m. Spirit, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Okay, all right. That one. And actually, I think it's this one because it keeps. Okay, and then for 2 a.m., how will you support or guide those that are getting that call in at 2 a.m. I think it's those. Actually, there's 3 there, but I'm going to go with it. And for 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Spirit. How will you support those that are getting that? What is that? That's 3 cards. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go for it. And then for 4 a.m. That one. And 4 a.m. I think it's that one. Okay, so that was the guidance. And then we're going to pull 2 oracle cards for guidance, I believe this one. Or, yeah, 2 oracle cards for guidance from Spirit. And 1 oracle card is going to be from the Kuan Yin deck. And so this is for the midnight hour, Spirit, for the midnight hour. For the midnight hour. I believe it's this one here. Okay, for the midnight hour. No, for the 1 a.m. hour, Spirit, for the 1 a.m. For the 1 a.m. Okay. And for 2 a.m. Too many cards there. Okay. For 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Spirit, what do they need to know? How will you support them? How will you support them? 2 a.m. This way. Yeah, there we go. Wow. That was crazy. So there's a lot of cards that just went all over the place. Oh. In 1 second here. Okay. So for 3 a.m., what is the guidance? Those at 3 a.m. Okay. And for 4 a.m. I feel like it might have been. Yep. This one keeps showing up. All right. All right. So that's 4. And then the other oracle guide for guidance from Spirit. How are they going to support you? This issue is coming from the compass, enchanted compass. And that's for midnight and for 1 a.m. And for 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And oops, 3. And then for 4. 4. Okay, so that is going to be that section of the reading. And then the next section of the reading that we're coming up from is what action or medicine? What action and or medicine is going to be needed to support with the advice or guidance that you're getting in the midnight hour, right? Or whatever hour it might be, okay? All right? And so for that, we're going to pull just two of the Lightseer deck, tarot deck cards. So 2 tarot cards. And then oracles. So what action do these beautiful souls need to take, and or what medicine do they need to support them on their soul journey of dealing with whatever this issue is that's coming up in the midnight hour? What do they need to know, Spirit? Cards are kind of shooting out today. So for the midnight hour, what action? Okay. Big one. And action. Action to take. Okay. And then for 1 a.m., what action? Action do they need to take, Spirit? What action? What action for 1 a.m.? Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's that one. And then for 2, what action or medicine action or medicine, Spirit, do they need to take? They're getting that call at 2 a.m. And for 3 a.m., action. Action do they need to take, Spirit? Okay. For 3 a.m., Spirit. And for 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Spirit. What do they need to know? What action do they need to take? And for 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Look at this one. All right. So that's going to be the tarot. And then for medicine, this is the flower deck. So is there an herb or the quality of an herb that will be helpful to them, Spirit, at the midnight hour? And for 1 a.m., Spirit, 1 a.m., God, which one? And for 2 a.m. Okay, and then 3 a.m. Up and light out, and 4. And then for the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck, again, what medicine, action do these beautiful souls need to take about those who are getting a call in the 1 a.m.? What about that spirit call at 2 a.m.? That 2 a.m. spirit call. That one, okay. And that 3 a.m. 3 a.m. spirit call, Lord. And this one, I think it's this one, yeah. Okay. All right. So those are the oracle cards for that section. And then we're going to move to, is this the final section? What is hidden? What is hidden is going to be the Awakened Tarot. So what is hidden or needs to be revealed, Spirit, in regards to this issue? What is hidden and needs to be revealed? So I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards. It's getting caught because I got these YouTube post-its on here. Keep any nudity out of the picture. Okay, so I just want guidance on what might be hidden from these beautiful souls that are getting that wake-up call in the midnight hour. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to know? What can you reveal? Reveal to them, Spirit. What can you reveal? Okay, that's definitely one. There's the other. Okay, both just fell. Okay, that's the second, y'all. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at 1 a.m. What needs to be for that 1 a.m. call? That's 1 and 2. And for 2. Oops. And for 3. That one. And for 3. Okay. Oops. I'm going to go with it. There was 3 of those. Okay. And then we're going to do, I think it was 1 of the Urban Crow or 2. So again, what is hidden and needs to be revealed? What is hidden and needs to be revealed? I'm going to leave that on the 1 a.m. because it fell directly on that. Oops. And I'm going to keep those 2 cards for the midnight. Y'all just making up the own read spirit. It's just, nope, this pile needs this pile needs that. Okay. 2. Okay. 3. 3 a.m. It's that one, and I believe it's this one, the second one here. And then 4. And I think it's that one. All right, so that's that. And then finally, we've got what is the issue to be addressed? What is the issue to be addressed? And we're pulling 2 of the Muse Tarot cards to give us the initial information on what is the issue that we're dealing with when you get that call in the midnight hour. What is the issue at hand? Okay, so that's one. Okay. What is the issue at hand? Issue. I feel like it's that one. I know. Okay. Okay. What is the issue at hand for 1 a.m.? It's going to be too many cards, Spirit, but I'm going to take this one because that one's definitely one. Okay, and for 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Okay, and 2. Interesting the way the cards are falling. That's 3. And then for 3 a.m. 3 a.m. What is the issue at hand, Spirit? What is that issue at hand? They're getting that call and they've been led to this reading. What is the issue at hand, Spirit? What is the issue? Okay. And this one. Okay. And then for 4. 1 a.m. Okay. And 4. 4. Yeah, it's definitely, I think it's actually both of these. This one. Okay. All right, so that's that. So these are these extensive piles that we have here. Okay, and we're going to take a look at what might be coming up in the midnight hour with you all. So the first pile is going to be the midnight hour. Okay, and it has the knowledge card. Okay, midnight. The second 1 a.m. card. The top card was the sensuality card. And that's at 1 a.m. Okay. And all of these will be in the timestamp. I know this was a long card picking, so if y'all lasted this long, light and progress, blessings to all of you beautiful souls. May this reading give you the guidance and the support you need to be able to have the joy and love and abundance that you so richly deserve. This is for 3 a.m. And the card, so this 2 a.m. was intuition. This card. 3 a.m. was competition. And finally, 4 a.m. was the Archangel Gabriel card. Okay, so we got some extensive stacks, some extensive readings going on. Click on your timestamp and I will see you in your readings. Midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and 4 a.m. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 1, and all of those who chose the midnight hour reading with this card of knowledge. Seek knowledge. So we're going to jump right into the reading. And so this reading, just to remind you, is going to be talking about those spirit wake-up calls, right, that come in the, wee hours of the morning. And what at this time is, if you're finding this reading and drawn into this reading, what might your spirit guides guardians, angels, whatever it might be trying to, what is the message they're trying to convey to you? What might be hidden? What kind of action do you need to take? What kind of medicine might be supporting you or could support you, and how might they support you? So that's what we're going to look at. We've got a bunch of tarot and oracle cards here, and I'm going to jump right into the reading here. So you all jumped in with this knowledge card, and the first thing that comes to me with this card is there is an understanding that when we know something, nothing can take that away from us. No one can take it away from us. No one. Knowledge is something that is like a permanent gem, right? And this is saying to seek knowledge. So it is telling me that there is something that Spirit is wanting you to dig into, find some more information. There's so many different ways that we can seek knowledge, particularly in this day and age. I mean, there's all the technological ways to be able to seek knowledge. But aside from that, I'm also really hearing from Spirit the sense of like, there might be a need for some of you to reach out to mentors, or I'm just seeing like people, elders, or just even, doesn't necessarily have to be an elder, but just somebody who knows something more about something. So if there's something that you've been heavily worrying about, Spirit is really saying, we don't want you to worry. We want you to just take action to seek knowledge, right? To get a better understanding of the situation. Some of you, I'm also understanding that some of you don't have enough information. Like you think something is going in a certain direction, or you think maybe you're not going to be successful at something, or there's something that you're worrying about. And if you find out, if you just do a little more research, if you look into the details of things, maybe you're dealing with some of you may be dealing with some kind of contractual information or something with your work, I'm seeing. It could also be relationship related, but in this case, what it is that you need to make sure that you understand the whole of the situation. But because this card has got there's multiple ways of seeking knowledge here on this card. I don't know if you can see this because it's really small, but she's got, the main one is that she's holding this book, but then what you see around her is like people are walking to different places. They're going to different locations to find out information. They are listening to like some type of sermon or something that's going on over here. Like there's like a sense of like sort of meditation and nature being able to give guidance, right? This individual is meeting up with somebody where they're going to, share information. So it just really feels like there's a lot of different ways that you need to go about seeking knowledge. Understand that what I'm hearing from Spirit is that when you seek knowledge, you need to understand to pick up what resonates with you, because Spirit is there with you and guiding you. So if somebody gives you information about something that doesn't feel right in your soul and in your spirit, you need to pay attention to that, because Spirit is saying that you need to seek more knowledge, so that make sure that the information that is coming into you, certain things can be revealed to us and we didn't know that. And it might be, we might be uncomfortable with getting that new information. But there are also times that your body and your mind, your heart and your spirit will tell you like, that just doesn't feel right to me. Or that doesn't feel like the whole story. If it feels like, oh, that doesn't feel like the whole, that might be partially true, but that's not the whole story. You need to go find out what the whole story is by doing additional research, asking additional questions. I'm really hearing that again. I keep hearing ask questions, beloved. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing just in that first card. So I pulled 2 tarot cards to kind of get a better understanding of the situation. And you've got the 10 of Inspirations, which is the 10 of Wands. Okay. And then you've got the 6 of Inspirations, interesting, which is going to be the 6 of Wands. Okay, so what I'm really getting here is that some of you, which is kind of what I felt before when I first pulled this card, is that some of you are really overburdened. That's what this 10 is. Now, the good thing about the 10 of Wands, it's all 10s. It's an ending of something, but there's something that you have been doing, a lot of work. You've been carrying the burden, maybe even feeling like you're carrying the burden all by yourself, like you've been working diligently on something and pulling it forward. Now you've got the Six of Inspirations here, which is the Six of Wands, which talks about not only success, but it talks about recognition in your success. The other people are going to notice you. Now, one of the things that, because this is tied to this idea of seeking more knowledge, there's this sense that I'm getting that you're coming to an ending of a cycle with this 10, and that your burden, one of the things that you need to do is you need to look for ways, seek ways where you can spread the burden, if you will, or spread the work, right? And that actually there's more help out there for you than you recognize, because there's more eyes on you than you actually recognize too. And they are actually supporting you. You may be feeling like you're getting a lot of negative feedback, but the truth is that there are actually a lot of people that are really on your side and really want to help you. So one of the things that you need to do in regards to seeking more knowledge is you need to seek out those individuals that can help, that can give you guidance, that can carry some part of the load, that can, if you're, for instance, dealing with a project of some kind where you've been like sort of carrying all the heavy load, you're coming to the end of that project, and now's the time to really make sure that there are other people that maybe can take over a whole part of that project so you can move forward to something else. Because when there is an ending like there's going to be a new beginning. And because you've got this Six of Wands here, it's like, I feel like there's going to be an ending of something that is going to be a success and that you are going to be recognized for. And then you're going to get a sense of like support coming in, more support coming in to help you, as well as celebrate you. There's a sense of really celebrating you. But Spirit is still, I just keep coming back to that knowledge, that seeking knowledge about this ending and what might be the new beginning of things. And also how there's something about being in the spotlight here. Let's see if more of this gets revealed, but being in the spotlight here and being seen more in the spotlight. Also, she kind of reminds me in this particular card, this woman kind of reminds me of like a temperance image, which is about balance. And this is not the temperance card. It's the Six of Wands. It's talking about success and support. But that is kind of what's coming up. There's this sense of, maybe with the Ten of Wands here, that there's this sense of like, finding a stronger balance. But let's see what might be hidden from you, because this is the next part of the reading. Well, wow, look at that. Okay, Spirit, thank you. So balance. This little crow is on here, and this is really talking about, and that is that Ten of Wands here, that there is a need for you to seek balance. So that I was really feeling that when I was seeing this with this Six of Inspirations. And I think because you're going to be in a spotlight, like you're going to be recognized. There's going to be more eyes on you, and it's a very positive eyes on you. Okay, but one of the things that you need to do is to make sure that you're balancing out your, mind, body, soul, spirit in this work. Because sometimes when we're in a space of like recognition, there's a lot of spotlights on us, the pressure can feel like it's increased and you're already a bit overburdened. So I think that's why Spirit is saying, okay, beloved, I'm going to need you to seek some additional knowledge, and I need you to be balanced, because that balanced, your overworking is going to leave you frayed at the edges, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Being frayed at the edges. Routine. So there's something about, so this is, again, we're talking about what's hidden. There's something in your routine. And what I'm hearing very clearly from Spirit is that your routine, you feel like your routine has to be a certain way. Like you've gotten in the habit of doing something that's really overburdening you, but you just feel like I have to do this, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do this, because nobody else is going to do it. But Spirit is telling you in the midnight hour, actually, beloved, other people will come in and support you. Other people will come and hear you. And what I need you to do is I need you to be balanced. I need you to find balance. So I need you to go seek out support, seek out mentors to give you initial. It's like this idea is what came into my head was work smarter, not harder. Okay. Work smarter, not harder. All right. All right. I'm going to come back to that. Okay. So just as we were saying, work smarter, not harder. Okay. So the other thing that you need to, the question here, because this part here was about what is hidden, what needs to be revealed. And so part of what Spirit is saying here is take a look at your routine. Is your routine supporting you towards success, or are you just going through the motions with the routine that's actually not getting you to where you need to go? And that is about finding that balance and paying attention. So one of the things that may be hidden, that's not quite revealed, is that you need to pay attention to what are you doing through automatic pilot, like, and not really thinking about it, and maybe need to rechange your route around it. Okay. The other thing is we pulled these two cards, these two tarot cards for what is hidden and what needs to be revealed. Okay. So you got the 10 of Wands. So here we go again. You've got the 10 of Inspirations with its 10 of Wands, which is the overall situation. Then you've got this 10 of Wands again. So it's telling me you're definitely at the end of a cycle, and you're definitely feeling overburdened, or that there's something that you've been working really, really hard on, and you're carrying all of the load, and Spirit is telling you, it's why they're waking you up in the midnight hour, that you need to slow it down. Okay. And then what's deep is then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got the 10 of Wands, a closing, an ending of something you've been carrying all by yourself. And then the Ace of Pentacles, which is the beginning of a new project. It could be it could be a raise. It could be a new job. It could be, anything that has to do with sort of the earthly realm and the 3D. So it could be a new home, or anything like that, that could be opening up for you. But there's an opening, a beginning that's happening. And so, and this is falling under what's hidden and what's not yet revealed. So it's like there is an ending. You are at the end here of this heavy labor, right? And moving into a place of new beginning. Something new is coming in. And so God, Spirit is wanting you to be balanced, okay? Wanting you to have balance, wanting you to look at your routine. Because sometimes we just keep adding things onto our routine, and it's really more than we can do. So I just keep hearing it again and again that you need to get support. You need to spread the burden, okay? You need to go out, seek mentors, seek support, seek additional knowledge that will help you be smarter and not working smarter and not harder, okay? And so now the next part of the reading, in terms of why is Spirit waking you up in the midnight hour, okay, is what action or medicine is needed, okay? So we pulled these two oracle cards for that, and we've got bring it into form. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually probably pull to read on that, but I'm already getting an intuitive input on that, which I will. Let's begin. And then you've got Poppy. Okay, so there's a couple of things that are happening here. Like, I feel like just bring it into form, and I do want to get information on this from the actual book. But what I'm seeing from this is there's a sense of like, I feel like Spirit is saying, because it's interesting because we're talking about being woken up in the midnight hour, right? And I feel like bringing it into form is talking about bringing your dreams into form. Because the other thing about what was it? The other thing about the balance in the routine, particularly the routine, is about not letting your routine get in the way of moving you forward towards your dreams. Okay. And so I'm really getting here another hit of like, bring it into form, bring your ideas, bring your imagination, bring that which you're dreaming of and what you're holding close in your heart into form, into reality, to bring it forward. Now, part of the way that you're going to need to do this, however, may be counterintuitive, because it's going to be coming through rest. Because you've got the Poppy, which allows you to go into a state of dreaming. So it's like Spirit is saying, you need to lay these burdens down from this 10 of Wands, because I've got something new coming for you. And I want you to spend your time allowing your dreams to take form, to take flight. I don't know if you can see that, but these little kind of almost looks like either, what do you call those things? Like lightning bugs, or, butterflies, some kind of light bugs, are flying around here. And there's just a sense of like, this dreamy sense of like what can come into form. Okay. So yeah, and this card is what it says, beautiful dreamer. You can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now is a time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live, to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk, an easel, thy computer. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create. Now it's interesting because we've got this other notion of like, you have been working hard on something, but I feel like what Spirit is saying in the midnight hour is that there is a dream that you've been holding back on that you need to put your work into, as opposed to what you've been slaving away on, where somebody else can be working on that or supporting you in that, and you can be moving toward your dream. So really taking time to like take that energy of the poppy, to allow that poppy medicine of like being able to put you to sleep, put you in dreamland, to allow your dreams to come fully into fruition and do the work you need to do on those. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing in terms of the actions you need to take, is to begin to take actions toward the things that you're passionate about and that you're dreaming about. Spirit is really wanting to support you in doing that. Now, we also pulled these tarot cards for your taking action. Okay. And you've got the Ace of Swords, a new idea, y'all. Here it is again. It's getting, thank you, Spirit, for just continuing to show us that there's a newness coming in. This is all about your brain, right? This is all about your thought process, your ideas, your dreams. We just talked about bringing those dreams into reality, okay? Taking times. This is saying that you're going to get almost like a flash of brilliance, right? A flash of newness. Because again, we've got that ace, this new beginning is coming in. Wow. Okay. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Step into your divinity, y'all. The Queen of Pentacles is abundant. Look at how just lusciously fine she is. Okay. She is just sitting up there and in all of her power and all of her regal glory. Okay. In abundance, so abundant that she is able to give freely of herself. She is generous. She is creative. She is rich, she is all of that. And I love that with this idea of the Ace of Swords. Spirit is really waking you up to say, I've put a dream in your heart and your spirit, and I want you to allow it to take form so that you can step into your regal beauty, loves. Beautiful. Male or female, your regal beauty, okay? Your regal beauty. Y'all better come on with it, because that is beautiful. Because Spirit is really, really encouraging you to follow your dreams, okay? In the midnight hour. All right, so the final section was to look at what is the support from your spirit guides, or, those energies that walk in light, that are walking with you. How are they going to support you in this activity? It's so beautiful, this reading here, because we're talking about waking up in the midnight hour. And yet what Spirit is really saying is go to your dreams. That this dream that God and Spirit has put into your heart and your soul wants to be made into form, brought into fruition. So let's see what they have to say around support. Details. Didn't I say that earlier? Details. Okay, so details is all about looking at the fine print, looking at something a bit closer, okay? And I think I was talking about it in regards to the knowledge card here, okay? Seek knowledge, right? That there's this idea that you need to, and this is what's highlighted here, is clarity. Important notes. Clarity. Okay. And it's like you're this little, what is this, a little hamster mouse or something like that with the little party hat on. And Spirit is like trying to get you to take a closer look in there, get clarity around that dream. I feel like what Spirit is saying, what I'm really hearing, I'm kind of getting this image in my mind, that you have something that you have been holding around in your air, but in your head and in kind of your heart and spirit for some time. And you may have maybe made a couple of notes about it, but you haven't gotten down to the nitty gritties of like, how could you really make this happen? what are the nuts and bolts in this? What's the black and white? You know, what would it actually take for you to take the first step forward? Say, for instance, if you're wanting to start a business, what does it actually look like? How much money would you really need to be able to get it started? Who might you be able to get involved to do that? Could you do something out of your home, or could you do, something like that? There's something about taking a step forward in the dream. And I feel like Spirit is saying here with this details card that they're waking you up in the midnight hour because they want you to think more specifically about this dream and have it not be a dream, just a dream, but actually taking steps toward it. And so not to get overwhelmed, beautiful souls who chose this midnight hour one, pile one. Don't get overwhelmed, but just take a deeper dive into the first step. And take your first step, right? It takes one step to climb a whole staircase, but Spirit is waking you up because it's on your spirit and your soul to move forward, to begin to move forward in the direction of something that you've been holding in your spirit and soul, a dream, something that you want to have manifest, And the beautiful thing is that when you take this form, you're going to get the insight you need, and it's going to take you to a place of ultimate abundance. So there's really an opening here for you to lay your burdens down and get to the next phase. Okay, now you've got, and I definitely will have to check this out because this is the Kuan Yin. Okay, so you've got blessings to begin. Well, if that doesn't say it all, okay, blessings to begin. I'm going to read this to you, but first I'm going to look at the other tarot that have to do with this section of the reading, which is how is Spirit going to support you with it. And then I will close out with the Kuan Yin card there. It's 25, which would be 7. So if that's significant to you at all, because I know I'm a 7, and whenever I see the 7, it kind of jumps out at me. So there it is. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is how Spirit is going to help you in this, right? And you've got the King of Cups and the Hanged Man. But interesting because you got the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so the King of Cups really tells me that the way that Spirit is going to come in and support you on this journey of starting something new is to help you with your emotional balance, tapping into your emotional intelligence. The King of Cups, well, first of all, the King of Cups is also about love, tremendous abundance. But what jumped out at me first when I first started, it brought me back to this idea of balance, but particularly in the realm of your emotions. Okay. So some of you may have a lot of emotions around this dream. You may be fearful. You may be scared. You may be sad. For some of you, I feel like some of it may be connected to some memory or history that you have that's bringing up some sadness around it. But what the Spirit is saying is that they're with you every step of the way in this, and they're going to help be an emotional balance for you as you move through navigating the waters of beginning this new beautiful project. Okay. Now, the Hanged Man, oftentimes people will say when the hanged man is upright, it can be it can be sort of like a stagnation or a holding period. But what's beautiful about it is that you're then getting connected with Spirit, and Spirit is giving you that download, when the Hanged Man is upright, right? Like you're hung upside down. So you're in a holding pattern. Now, it's interesting to me that this is reversed because I feel like what Spirit is saying is that we're right here. Like we want you to move forward, to no longer be on hold, that you've kind of held yourself in a place of being held for a while. And Spirit is saying, not only are we going to continue to give you downloads of what you need to do moving forward, but that we want you standing upright and taking steps in the directions that you need to move. Okay, that is really how I am seeing this reversed Hanged Man in regards to how Spirit is going to help you. So Spirit is going to be there, listening in your ear, very present, very present. All you need to do is turn your face, ask the question, ask for support. Sometimes the best prayer is just help. So just, raising your voice up to say, yes, I do want to move forward with this dream. This is what I've been thinking about, Lord. And know that God it's been giving you something that is that heavy on your heart is going to be coming from your divine road, your divine path, your soul, your Spirit giving that to you. So begin to listen more closely to that, and you will get the guidance that you need to take the steps forward to bring yourself to this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, that is just going to be ultimate abundance, balance, success, royalty. So we've gotten the 10 of Wands twice, and we've got these two aces, got an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Pentacles. Is really telling me that you're going to be closing out a chapter of burden holding and moving into a chapter of abundance and recognition with this beautiful Six of Wands. Okay, so this is gorgeous, you all, and definitely y'all who are getting it in the midnight hour, you've got some work to do. Spirit is wanting you to refocus what your work is, what it is that you're focusing on. Think about your routine. Change your routine to be in alignment with that which you are dreaming of, okay? Now, this is from the Kuan Yin Oracle, and this is the 25 blessing to begin, okay? Something wonderful is beginning in your world, okay? Yes! When there are new opportunities coming your way, act on them. Say yes. The Divine Mother has sent these to you so that you may feel your way and ultimately help not only yourself, but others too through your life journey. Do not feel guilty or unworthy for any assistance, help, or free pass that you receive at this time. Go get support, you all. Reach out, ask for the question. Do not feel any guilt around that, because the divine is moving you forward with loving purpose. Okay, whatever stage you are in the manifestation of your dreams, be it the earliest glimmer of the vision, or you've had some dedicated decades of your life towards a gift of the Divine Mother is bestowing upon you. Now, her red poppy of success. Did we not get the poppy card? Right? This is the medicine. Her red poppy of success. She has guided you and shall continue to do so, offering protection whenever needed, whilst allowing you room to spread your wings and empower yourself to take responsibility for your efforts. If you stumble into arduous circumstances, ask for help and trust also that whatever is before you, you can handle it. Okay? You have the blessings to begin. Put your burdens down, beautiful souls. Put your burdens down and go ahead and pick up that dream. So that's what I'm seeing has been coming to you. Why Spirit is agitating you in the midnight hour. I hope that this gave you some insight, some understanding. This was for my midnight crew, okay? And I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please, if you have not already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I would love to have you in the Abundant Joy Tarot collective community. And I do hope to be doing more readings more often now, because I've had a little bit of a break there, but I hope to do more. So if this resonated with you, please take it with you. This is gorgeous. Okay. Beautiful. What it could be opening for you. Feel free to check out any of the other piles that might call to you. We're doing a reading on 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and 4 a.m., So go ahead and check those out if any of them resonate with you. And I will see you in another reading. I hope you have a joyfully abundant day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the 1 a.m., wake up, spirit wake up. This is going to be your reading. So this was the 1 a.m. spirit wake up, and the call that we pulled was sensuality. Express your sensuality. And I'll tell you right off of the bat that, what I am really hearing here. So the mantra for this card is live your life to the fullest with passion. Okay. And I feel like Spirit is giving you a nudge in the midnight hour, because some of you all have maybe been closing yourself down to the pleasures of this life. And what I'm really getting is that those of you who may have chosen this pile, you may be actually extraordinarily sensitive in that you have strong experiences. I mean, some people may be empaths, but you just might not even be an empath. You just might be, you might just be a creative soul that takes in the senses, right? Who is moved by the way things look, feel, touch, smell, right? That sensuality, yes, it can be sexually related, but it's so much more than that. It's talking about the sense of senses, right? Taking in your senses, allowing yourself to sense it. And I'm really getting that from this card, like, because this card is so vibrant, it's like green, and then we've got this rainbow here, and there's water here, and this just sort of sense of like emotion and fertility, right? This sort of sense of fertility and growth. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like what I'm getting is that, I don't know if you can kind of see, but this is like a tree, like it's all coming from a tree, right? But I feel like what's happening here is that there is that some of you may feel that you are experiencing in your life right now a bit of deadening, right? A bit of a deadening of sensation, a deadening of emotion, a deadening of just being fully yourself is what I'm getting, like fully in yourself. Because as I said, I feel like this pile also may be exquisitely sensitive. And therefore, if you're exquisitely sensitive and you feel sort of a deadening, it's really harmful to your spirit and your soul. And so I feel like a wake up call from spirit in the midnight hour for you is about, beloved, I want you to tap into the pleasures of you, of this world, of this life. Like, take in, allow yourself to experience the gift of your senses. Allow yourself to fully express yourself. I'm getting the sense of like tightness, of being like just unable to fully express, right? That, and I can't really tell right now if it may be a mix. It may be a mix is what I'm getting. That some of you may be feeling like you're holding yourself back, the things that you believe about yourself, or things that you've been taught to believe about yourself, or ways that you believe that you need to behave or act, or maybe even with some of you, you may be in like a role, whether it be like in a family role, a relationship role, or a job role, where you are having to deaden yourself in some way, or not express yourself as fully and freely as you might, as your soul, if your soul felt completely open and free to do that, right? So there's this sort of sense that, like, I feel like spirit is like tapping you on the shoulder, like, beloved, I need you to wake up. I want you to really be, because the thing is that it is your power. It is your strength. It is a source of your strength. Your sensuality is a part of your power and your strengths, beloved, particularly for this pile. And I feel like the situation, if you will, that spirit is calling out to you is like a need for you to tap into your senses at a deeper level and allow yourself to fully experience your sensuality in all manifestations of that word, right? So like, you know, the senses, like your sight, all five senses, plus your sixth sense, plus your seventh sense, whatever is allowing you to fully tap into who you are as a soul and as a being. Okay, I hope that makes some sense. That's what I got as a download there. So that's the overarching. And then we're going to be looking here at, so what is the issue that we need to address here? And you've got the Knight of Emotions. Let me move this over so we can get this in here. Okay, so this is the 1 a.m. crew. Okay, sensuality, Knight of Emotions, going right in, and the Queen of Emotions. Look at that. So we're really talking about what spirit is tapping you on the shoulder at 1 a.m. in the midnight hour is about allowing, like, I'm really getting the sense that you are not allowing yourself to fully express your emotional body, your emotional being. Okay. And that is not sustainable. You need to allow yourself the space to be able to do that. Now, these are really beautiful cards, actually. The Knight of Emotions is going to be the Knight of Cups, right? So there's this sort of sense of an offer, a message of love coming in. It could be a message of love from spirit itself, but I'm also hearing that it's like an internal need to receive a message of love from yourself, which will allow you to receive the messages of love that are coming into you from the outside, from other human beings, that you're in contact with. All right. And then you've got this Queen of Emotions. And I think this is really beautiful because the Queen of Emotions is a Queen of Cups. And she is extremely abundant, but aside from that, she is very balanced, emotionally intelligent. She is able to not only manage her own emotions, but has such emotional intelligence and compassion that she is able to navigate the emotions of others around her and blend it with her own emotions and be whole, right? And be able to allow others to be whole. Right. So I feel like the message from spirit here, waking you up in the 1 a.m. or around that time, or just whenever in sometime in the midnight hour, is to really embrace all of who you are, all of the emotions. Know that they are a gift to you. Okay. They are truly, truly a gift to you is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm just keep hearing gift. Like, they are a gift. They're truly, truly a gift to you. And it's like spirit is saying, I gave you this gift of your beautiful being, of your emotional self, right? I want you to open it and treasure it and play with it and be in it, right? That's what I'm really hearing for you all. So let's see what may be hidden, what needs to be revealed. Oh my God. Wow. Y'all, I don't look at these cards. I just pull them and I don't look at them before the reading because I want to get the hit of what is happening. And you got gifts, which is crazy because I was literally just talking about gifts. But, wow. Okay. So this crow is like bringing a gift, in this situation, and they're gathering like all different kinds of gifts. I love that this card is like displaying different gifts. You've got the flowers, you've got a feather here, you've got stars here. It's almost like I feel like spirit is saying to you, like, I have a bunch of gifts that I'm not only am I bringing to you or coming to you, but they're also there in your world. It's like this card is also telling me that spirit is saying, knock, knock, knock. We're knocking on your door at 1 a.m. to let you know we want you to tap into your emotional being and to fully enjoy the pleasures of this world and the pleasure of yourself and your surroundings and your environment on all sensory levels. And we're also been giving you signals and signs for ways in which you need to go ahead and do that. Okay. So that you have oh, wow. Okay. So I'm also getting that those of you touching this where you also have what's hidden or not revealed to you is that some of you may actually be opening up to your abilities, to your intuitive ability, your sensing ability, your sensuality ability in terms of how you show up. You may not even be aware is what I'm getting, because we're talking about what's hidden and not revealed. You may not be fully aware of the gift. Wow, the gift that you are, beloveds, the gift that you are and the gift that you carry. And that when you come into a space, you have an impact on that space. Wow. And so you need to, spirit is tapping on you to say, like, I want you to allow your gift to come forth. Okay. That's what I'm really seeing with this hidden. Now let's see the tarot cards that have to do with what's hidden, what needs to be revealed. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, okay. And the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay. What you may not know, some of you may feel like you may have been told you're emotional, or even when you were younger, so you kind of shut it down a little bit or something like that. But you may not realize that your sensuality, your ability to tap deeply into feeling, right? To be able to be either empathic or just have a heightened sense of senses, right? Your sense of what you see, like the colors you see are brighter, the things that you smell are like deeper. The music you hear can really move you, right? Can really move you. Like if you're very sensual in that way, and that is a gift, okay, beloved. And not only that, but when you tap more into it, what spirit is knocking on your door to do, when you tap more into that, the wheel of fortune is turning in your direction. Surprises and gifts are going to be emerging into your world, so significant that it will impact not only you personally, but your family and your community. The 10 of Pentacles is one of those wish fulfilled cards. It is an abundant card. It talks about community and family. Everyone's happy, everyone's stable. There's more than enough for everyone present. And because we've got this message of the emotions, the Knight of Emotions, or Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups, and this balancing of emotions, it's really feeling like your sensuality is the gift that Spirit is wanting you to tap into and open. Okay? Beautiful. God, I mean, I can just really feel this energy. I can feel this energy. It's so beautiful. Okay, I'm just tapping in a minute. So if you feel like you are afraid to allow yourself to fully feel, know that you will be caught, loves. You will be caught. You can't feel more deeply than God, okay? So all I'm trying to say is that sometimes it may feel like, oh, if I allow myself to feel, I'm going to open this vast cavern of either, I don't know what kind of emotions, any kind of emotion, whether it be sadness, like anger, joy, just sensual pleasure, whatever it might be. It just might feel like if I tap into this, if I really allow this to open, I'm not going to be able to handle it. It's going to be too much emotion, too much feeling, right? But this is your gift, beloved. And so what Spirit is saying is that I got you, right? You're not going to fall into some vast Grand Canyon of emotion that you're unable to navigate through, because the Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups, she's got it covered. That's who you want in your corner when it comes to dealing with emotions, because she understands how to balance the emotions. All right. So you're going to be okay. So if you're feeling a sense of fear, which is what I was feeling there, what Spirit is really saying is that you need to go ahead. You need to take the risk and tap into your emotional being. Okay, because it's your power source. Okay, now let's look here at what action is needed or what medicine might be helpful in this situation of like really tapping into your sensuality here. Look at that. Pandora's gift. And I'm going to read more about this because I want to make sure that I'm covering it. But again, here we go. Gifts and gifts. It really does feel like, and it's like Pandora's gift. It's like it's your gifts. And this is a 4-5. It's a 9. And the other gifts is a 21, but also a 3. Right. So there's this just sort of sense of like an opening and maybe even a collaboration here with that 3. But, yeah, I'm going to tap more into that, but let me just see what these other cards are here. So you've got Orchard for the medicine. So we're talking about what is the action that you need to take and the medicine that you need to take. So I'm just pulling all those cards so I can see what the full story is. And then the Tarot for what action? 4 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. Okay. All right. So some of the action that you need to be taking, and I'm going to pull this information so I can see that. Some of the action you need to take. So the 4 of Swords is about restoration. It's like giving your whole heart a retreat, allowing yourself to take a deep pause, a deep meditation. Some of you all, if you don't already meditate, it's going to be helpful for you in terms of a medicine right now to have some quiet time, some silent time of meditation, prayer thought to allow yourself to really feel your feelings. Know that you can create a safe space for yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel as deeply as you need to feel it, and then be able, because it's like, I'm hearing like Spirit is like, I need you to release the valve. I need you to open up the valve so that your emotional being can flow more freely, is what I'm really getting, because it is your gift and you have been holding it down, kind of holding it, I don't want to say hostage, but that's kind of what I keep, that's what I keep hearing, is that you're holding your gift hostage, and Spirit is not wanting you to hold it hostage. Spirit is wanting you to express it, because not only is it going to heal you, but it's going to heal your community, and it's going to bring abundance to your community. Maybe some of you may be needing to tap into it because it's going to guide you to your purpose and to your work. And you will not be able to do the work that you need to do. And when I talk about work, I'm not talking about your, 9 to 5, although some of you, it is your 9 to 5. I hope that it does become that, right? But what I'm talking about is the work of your soul, right? And so some of you are here to do the work of your soul, and the work of your soul requires you to have a walk in the world. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's true. To walk in the world with a deeper layer of emotion. A deeper, like a more prickly, I'm trying to find another way to say it, but like a more prickly skin, a more sensitive skin, right? But you're protected because it's your divine gift, okay? So, but sometimes that can be scary, and we can learn early that like, oh, wait, I'm way too sensitive, or I'm way too, I'm picking it. When I say sensitive, that has such a bad connotation, but really I'm just talking about your senses, that I feel more deeply, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, it's a divine gift. And this is what Spirit is saying here, and tapping you on your shoulder at 1 a.m. to tell you that. So the Pandora gift here is saying there is a mythic woman much maligned throughout history whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the hopeful voice in our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so, triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it's through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasures. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of our world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelations, new life, and new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another with some terrible happening. So some of you may have in your past had a situation where your feelings, seem to have a stronger impact on your environment around you. And this is why you've kind of had this sense of like closing down. But Spirit is here to remind you that this gift, this knowingness, this curiosity may take you to depths that you didn't think you could go, but Spirit is saying, I'm right there with you. You will be able to move through it. So it's just reminding me of what I was saying earlier about this idea of like the emotions being so strong that you feel like, I'm not going to be able to handle it, so I'm just not going to even go there at all. And Spirit is saying, no, beloved, I need you to go there. This is your gift, and it's going to help many, many people. So you've got to be able to open up to it, okay? And the Orchard card is beautiful because it talks about being yourself, okay? The Orchard is be you. Who you are is perfect. All the feelings, everything, however you're walking in this world, you are perfect. And it is of utmost importance that you embody your individuality now. You may feel deeper than others. That is important for the space. You may have a different feeling or a different idea or different thoughts than others. That is important to the space and the environment that you're in right now, and you need to bring it forward, okay? It's time to express the aspects of yourself that are unique to you, and to do so proudly and unapologetically, okay? Unapologetically. You need to go ahead and step into your full being. Come out of the closet. Be proud of who you are. Express your honest opinion clearly, firmly, and with love. Express yourself through art and creative projects. Go against the grain. This is not the time to honor tradition or fall in line with the past. This is the time to be truly, fully who you are in all of your beautiful glory, beloveds. Okay? So this is the medicine, right? We're talking about the medicine and action that you need to take right now. Allow your curiosity to come forward, as in Pandora here, okay? Allow it, because it's not going to destroy your world, okay? It may look like things get intense, but you need to be wholly who you are. The action, the medicine you need to take is to be wholly who you are. Express yourself. Tap into your creative work. Also, there's a need for you to rest. And part of in that time of rest is when you can do the meditation. You can allow yourself to fully feel the feelings. Get yourself prepared, because this 7 of Wands is also talking about grounding yourself, having protection, allowing yourself to fully tap into your sacral chakra and in your root chakra and your base of power. Okay, allow yourself to feel your full power. Allow spirit to come in to support you and hold you up and give you the protection that you need to stay grounded as you walk through whatever emotional waters you're needing to walk through right now. Okay. All right. That is what I'm seeing here for you all for what action and what medicine you need to take. Take a break. Be totally who you are. Step into your curiosity. Step forward into it, okay? Ground yourself. Now, let's look now at how Spirit is going to protect you or show up for you or support you in this situation. And you've got movement. Love that for you. Movement. All right, and this I'm probably going to read at the end, but let's see what we got here. Harvest Mother watches over me. Okay, so I'm going to read that at the end there. Okay, and then the 2 tarot cards that you got for how is Spirit going to support you. You got the 5 of Cups. Wow. And the 6 of Wands. Okay, so this 5 of Cups is reminding me of the loss that I was speaking of. That some of you, as with the Pandora situation, may have felt like when you have let some things out of the bag, if you will, or out of the box in the past, like maybe intense feelings that you've had, or you've shared something and it did not go well for you, or you didn't, whatever the situation was. Maybe you didn't feel safe afterward, or you got hurt from it, or it wasn't taken the right way, or someone left, or, whatever it might be. And there's a sense of loss, of emotional loss, okay? The Spirit is saying they're coming in to help you with that. They're going to help you to get grounded, to feel protected and safe, held in your cocoon of love, if you will, so that you can fully express yourself. So Spirit is going to help you to do that. Spirit is going to help you to be in movement around this work, okay? Some of you, as I said in the beginning, it really felt like there's like this sort of stagnation, or this like, what did I call it? Deadening, right? A deadening that had kind of occurred or been in your space. And so Spirit is going to help you to move forward, be able to move something that may seem tremendous. Like this is, this ostrich is moving like a whole town, right, on their back. And it's like something that feels like it's very big for you to be able to move in your life, whether it be emotional stagnation, whether it just be, obstacles in the way that don't allow you to fully express yourself as you are, okay? Spirit is saying they're coming in to move you, to help you to move. Spirit is like this big giant ostrich. It's like, I got you. I got the whole community. We're all moving, okay? We're all moving to another space. We are going to support you in healing over any emotional loss that you may have had with this 5 of Cups. And then you've got this beautiful 6 of Wands, where I love it in this deck here, where it's like you're reaching for the stars and grabbing hold of it. And the Six of Wands traditionally represents not only success, great success, but success that is also recognized by the community. And it's like Spirit is saying, step up, be your individual self, be you, fully, totally you, and you will find yourself shining, literally holding the stars in your hand. Okay? So do not be afraid, beloved, because you are protected here. Spirit is right here with you, and you are going to be able to move forward. Your challenge is to be able to fully express yourself, be totally and truly who you are. And that is a true gift, that is in fact the challenge, right? And then you've got this beautiful card. It's a 31, which would be a 4. Okay, it's reminding me of this sense of rest as well, because there's a covering here. The harvest mother watches over me. Okay, it says there are times on the path when we feel the urge to go within, to withdraw from the world for a time. That 4 of Swords, right? To claim some space. It may feel as though you need to empty out, create some space within yourself to reconnect with your true thoughts and feelings of being totally who you are. This is not a time to keep taking in more information or to push yourself to have more experiences, meet new people, or take new risks. This will all happen again soon enough when you get to the 6 of Wands, okay? You're going to be fully recognized in the spotlight, shining. But the first thing you need to do is, for now, you already have enough to process within, and you need time to do that. So take some time out for you. And that is exactly what that 4 of Swords is saying. It is a full retreat, a time to go within, tap into your heart space, your heart chakra, and really be able to get clear about what it is that you're feeling. Allow yourself to feel the feelings around whatever it is that you're dealing with, so that you can come out flaming, because you are going to come out flaming, beautifuls. This is really beautiful. There is something very nourishing, healthy, and life-affirming within you, waiting to be tapped into. But you need to make a choice to do that and give yourself some time and space. Now is a good time to do that. But you will need to step back from the day-to-day world for a moment at least to enjoy this me time and go within. And this beautiful prayer from the Harvest Mother here is, I watch over you whilst you gaze within, for the time has come when you do best to gather your energy and direct it to your inner world. So much has been happening around you and within you, so much that it needs time and attention to be distilled, integrated, and digested. It will bring you greater peace and a sense of contemplation to do this now. It is time to harvest your emotional world, to be ready to gain the rich wisdom of your experiences. Then you shall be ready to begin again for another chapter in your life journey, wiser, stronger, and ready together. Okay? So this is gorgeous. So I feel like that knock, knock, knock that's coming on your spirit call that's coming in at, 1 a.m. or whenever you felt, that you're getting that wake up call is saying to you, beloved, we want you to take some time to rest, to go within and allow your full sensual self to come to the forefront, to be uniquely who you are and express yourself fully. Okay? Give yourself the space. You are safe. You are protected to do just that. So that's the message that I see here for you all. And I hope this resonated with you. I hope that you give yourself the space and the time to be able to do just that. Know that your ability to sense is a gift, a powerful gift, okay? And that you want to tap into that. So I hope that you have a joyfully abundant day. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button to join the Abundant Joy Collective community, please do, because I would love to have you here. Or hit that like button for me. Drop a comment to let me know what resonates with you. I'd love to hear from you. This is our day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. or those who chose the 2 a.m. Spirit wake up call. Okay. So if this is the path that you chose and the card was intuition, trust your intuition. This is a beautiful card here. And I feel like, with the intuition, intuition is a gift, right? It's a gift that we have. And it is one that in order for it to be at its full power, we have to tap into it. We have to almost allow it. Some of us, our intuition is there, whether we want to allow it or not. But the thing is that it's easier if you just allow it to come forward, okay? And so the mantra for this card is, I trust my intuition to guide me in all areas of my life. And what I'm understanding from this is there is a sense that Spirit has come knocking in the midnight hour to say, beloved, you are trying to think your way through something. When all of that is well and good, it may have helped you to this far, but what is going to help you get to the next level is tapping into your intuition, trusting your gut, going by your instinct, okay? So we'll see what this reading is saying, but what I'm getting intuitively is that this group may be very much in your head around something, and intuition is not so much like the cups card per se, although that they do represent, the intuition is showed up in like as water and in the cups card. But to me, it's almost like a balance. It's like that space in between emotion and reason, right? Because reason is not absent in intuition, okay? Or thought, ideas is not absent. It's 100% there, but emotions are also very present. It's like that, it's that place in between is the best way that I can say it, where it's like you are using senses that are beyond your regular senses, right? A knowingness, your soul knowingness that helps to guide you on the next step. So you can only do so much with intellect. You can only do so much with emotion, but it's that space in between, that intuitive place that is going to take you on the next gateway, the next opening for the path that you're on. And Spirit is kind of trying to tap you and say, I need you to tap into your intuition. So how are we going to do that? So let's look at what is the situation here that we're addressing and see if that gives us a little more insight into what we're seeing here. So you've got the Two of Voices. Okay, so the Two of Voices is going to represent the Two of Swords. And what this really says is that there's a decision. The two is going to represent a decision of some kind that needs to be made. Now, the thing about the Two of Voices or the Two of Swords is that it also talks about this sense of like you having put a blindfold on yourself because you don't want to see something or recognize something or acknowledge something within your current situation, which is therefore causing you to not be able to make the decisions that you need to make. Okay. And oftentimes, it's interesting that you've got the intuition here, because your intuition may be telling you very clearly what direction you need to go, but you are stopping yourself by your thought process, your thought process, like your ideas, whether they be old, outdated ideas, or the way that you are perceived, that you think you need to be because you've been taught that, or, the way that things should go, it's like stopping you from being able to really, truly listen to your intuition. It's like, I feel like this Two of Swords card is saying, Spirit is saying, beloved, I need you to take your blindfold off and use the sight that I've given you, which is your intuition, to make the decision that you need to make in the situation. And that's why they're knocking on your door. Now, you've also got the the Page of Inspirations, which is going to be your Page of Wands, and the Queen of Voices, which is going to be your Queen of Swords. So again, I feel like the situation is that there are some brilliant ideas, some openings. The Page of Wands is going to be like fire. It's also like creative notion. All of your pages are going to be like an apprentice of some kind, but can also be sort of, I see them also as sort of movement, like moving something forward, digging into something very deeply, a very youthful energy. And obviously with the wands, there's this sort of fire energy, but you've got surrounded on both sides, the Two of Voices, which you've got this blindfolded on, this sword energy, this cool kind of cold sword energy. And then you've got the Queen of Swords, which is like, she uses her intellect to make the decision. So it's like your Spirit is saying, and then over top, we've got the intuition. So it's like Spirit is saying, your intellect is an incredible gift, and it has been helping you in this situation. But there's also a need for you to tap into your intuitive ability when it comes to making whatever decisions you need to make at this time. Okay, so your intellect is going to be helpful, but it is not the sole tool that you need to use at this time, because this is now, again, we're talking about what is the situation. Why is Spirit tapping on you? Why in the midnight hour? Because you've got some sort of creative adventure, some ideas, something that's kind of bubbling around there, and there's a need for you to tap into your intuitive side and not allow your thoughts, your intellect that may be limiting you in some way to making the decision to move forward in whatever direction that you need to move. All right. So that's what I'm seeing as the situation. Now let's take a look at what might be hidden. Okay. Or needs to be revealed. All right. And then, so you've got adventure. Okay. Now what this is also talking about surrender, because adventure is saying, there is a new opportunity that is coming on the forefront for you. And in order for you to be able to capture that opportunity, beloveds, you're going to have to make the decision that you need to make. And you're going to need to make that decision based on your intuition. But what's going on underneath the surface, what's hidden from you, is that this is going to provide a new opening for you. Something that is going to let you be able to reach for the stars, as this crow is doing here. You know, a very clear, open road to go into more light, right, in your life. So that's what I'm seeing is sort of kind of going on hidden. And let's see what the tarot is around what needs to be revealed or is hidden. And you've got the Knight of Cups. So an incoming message of love, right? So an adventure, a new idea. Love can be a love of, you know, something that you desire. It could also be, you know, a relationship or partnership of some kind. But I'm really getting the sense that this is like, I mean, it could be a relationship, but I'm kind of getting the sense that this is about like soul related, like soul purpose related. So maybe like the work that you're doing towards your soul purpose, and that there is a need for you to tap into your intuition to be able to move that forward. And then you've got, look at that. So you've got the Nine of Cups, which is going to be your wish fulfilled, piece. And this is all going underneath what is hidden, what needs to be revealed. Okay. So there's a wish that's going to be granted for you. This tapping into your intuition is your key in this pile here. Your intuition is your key to shift out of being too deeply into your intellect space in terms of making decisions. I need to make this based on the black and white of what this looks like. This is, you know, A goes to B and B goes to C. And that's what we're going to do here, right? Because your intuition may take you, you know, underneath A, B, and C and take you to 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So there's a need for you to be able to kind of shift the way you're looking at it, and the way that you can do that is Spirit is saying, I've given you this gift of intuition and I need you to use it. I need you to follow it, because that's what's happening is it feels like you all are not following it. And that's why Spirit is tapping on you in the midnight hour, because there's an adventure that is waiting for you to step into, a message of love, an opening, a beginning, you know, something that is heart-centered is coming in for you. Could be a creative project, could be a partnership, could be, various kinds of partnerships, right? And then, but it's going to take you to a wish fulfilled, which is gorgeous, right? That is a part of what is hidden, what is going to be revealed, a sense of adventure and a sense of success and personal fulfillment, is what this Nine of Cups is, so that this wish fulfilled, a gift from spirit, just a sense of satisfaction, of completion, of accomplishment, right? So just a personal accomplishment is what that Nine of Cups is. So that's gorgeous. All right. And so now, having looked at, kind of what the situation is, what might need to be revealed, let's look at what action or medicine do you need to take to be able to help move you into the direction that spirit would have you to go. Look at that. So this is 38. You've got restore and replenish. All right. So that's pretty straightforward in that. I don't know if that would be an issue that this person is here. I mean, it's not really showing anything, but sorry, you guys. I'm like trying to be mindful of the YouTube rules. So I'm just going to put this little shell over there. But there's a little person there lying in there. And it's like a need for you to rest, restore, and replenish. It feels like you all have been heavy hitting something like with your intellect and your brain, trying to either solve a problem, work on a project, or, even it feels very heavily like about solving a problem, like your brain. I feel like my brain feels like strained. It feels like you all have been thinking very heavily and hard about something, trying to resolve something through your intellect. But somehow you're not being able to move forward because it's like it's not logical, right? So it's like you can't resolve the issue with your brain power alone, even though this group is very intelligent and has a lot of strong brain power. But this situation, you need not only your brain power, but your intuition. You've got to be able to tap into your connection with spirit here. This card, this restore and replenish, is saying that you are in need of something so much deeper than rest. You need restoration, replenishment, and revival. This will not necessarily come from laying about somewhere, taking a moment out of your day or evening activities. You're more likely to gain what you need by breaking your routine completely and doing something different, going on an adventure, beloveds. Okay. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. Okay? So you could stimulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different actions than what you would usually do. Okay? You can always return to your routine in time when it feels good for you and if it feels good for you. But right now, it's time to move without pushing yourself beyond what is known, comfortable, and familiar. It is really time to move beyond that. Move into a new space. Tap into your intuition. Your intuition may tell you to do something that is out of the norm for you. But Spirit is saying, this is what you need to do. I need to shake you up so that you can be able to step fully into this wish I've got prepared for you to be granted. Okay, we want our wishes, right? So do what you need to do to be able to take action. So let's look at these other cards that are about the medicine or taking action. So you've got the crocus. Now this crocus is all about this flower. Let's see if you can see that flower is growing in the hard, snowy ground. Okay, so the crocus flower, one of the things that you want to think about when you're meditating, you can kind of envision like sort of breathing deeply and being yourself, the crocus flower, emerging out of solid iced ground, melting away the ice around you and being able to fully blossom out of that hard ground. Take your environment that you're in now. You need to be like the crocus and to be able to emerge out of that hard, solid ground. And then take yourself to another environment with this restore and replenish, okay? I love that crocus energy for you because there is a breaking through. Wow. And then you've got the wheel and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a sense that like things are going to be moving in your direction. Things are going to be shifting. Your world is going to change. It's not going to look like what it's looked like. The wheel is about change, but it's about moving in a more fortunate direction. And then you've got this beautiful Knight of Pentacles, which is very successful, very prosperous, very abundant, but a very slow moving energy. And I love that he's sort of walking away, right? Because there's this idea that you need to walk away from your environment to experience something new, something different, something, maybe even a bit more stable than what you've been dealing with, okay? Because this Knight of Pentacles is steadily, step by step, moving things forward, making change, going toward his destiny. Okay, so you're going to be experiencing some change, and Spirit is saying, beloved, I need you to tap into your intuition to maneuver through this next area of your journey, all right? Trying to kind of let you know. But the beautiful thing is that there's this beautiful energy that's coming in. Adventure is hidden underneath the circle. Creative vision and projects and prosperity. The Knight of Cups, which is the message of love. And then this beautiful Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, which is the wish granted from Spirit, right? So it's really, really gorgeous, but you need to come out of your head a bit and step more deeply into your intuition and follow what you know to be true from your intuition. All right. And so now in terms of what Spirit is there to do to help support or help you on your journey, we've got flying. Look at that. This is the card that says, you have done the work. You've been doing everything that you needed to do, the job that you need to do. And now you have the opportunity to soar above everything else and get a new perspective. It reminds me of the restore and replenish in the sense of stepping away from your routine and elevating yourself so that you can see more clearly how to maneuver a situation, out of a situation, into a situation, starting something, ending something, whatever it may be. You have the information you need, but what you need to do is get a different perspective. And sometimes to get a different perspective, we have to remove ourselves from a certain place, certain situation, certain people, certain dynamics, at least for a period of time, so that we can get the perspective we need to make the right decision. Listen more closely to our gut and our instinct and our intuition. All right. But Spirit is saying they're right there with you in being able to give you a new perspective. All right. And then you've got, let's see. Hold on to me. This is a beautiful card because it says you may have been in a space where you're like, things are going too slowly. God, I'm really tired. I've been working and things are not happening the way you're doing it. And Spirit is saying, I've heard you and I'm coming in. But your job is, things are going to pick up the pace. All right. But your job is to surrender, because when you ask Spirit to come in to pick up a space, it's not going to be you're not going to be able to fully be at the helm. You need to hold on to Spirit and let Spirit guide you through at this faster pace. That means for you tapping into your intuition, listening more deeply, listening more clearly, and following the direction that you are hearing. Okay, it's not enough to just understand, oh, this is the direction I should go. I know I keep getting that message, but then not taking any action to move in that direction. Okay, faith without works is dead. You've got to move. Okay, you got to move forward, but do it in a way where you're holding on to Spirit, because you have to surrender. Right? There's like it's kind of a duality, because there's a sense of like pushing things forward or like moving forward, taking movement, and then also a sense of standing still, right? The duality of kind of standing still, allowing yourself to restore and replenish, allowing yourself to surrender under the hold on to me, okay? And then the final cards that you have here, wow, Knight of Wands, the Magician, excellent. Oh, I love that for you all. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, yeah. So Spirit is saying here, like, this is your support, right? We're talking about, well, how is Spirit going to come in and support you in this situation? And you've got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving energy, right, in the deck, right? This Knight of Wands is coming in full force. You thought things were moving slowly, and Spirit is saying, we're coming in to move things forward, but you've got to surrender. Okay. You've also got to tap into your intuition. We started with intuition, and then we're ending here with the Magician. And this is saying to tap into your own personal power. You can manifest the things that you believe in, that you want, and that you put work toward. Okay. And so the Magician is really tapping into your personal power and really saying that you have the power within you, in your connection with the divine, to be able to move these things forward that you need to move forward, so you can get to that beautiful Knight of Cups, wish fulfilled energy, right? That we're seeing here. And it's going to come in the form of a brilliant download, an aha moment, an insight where you're like, oh, wow. It's like, I just got a new idea about how to resolve something, how to move forward. But the thing is, you cannot work your brain to death to get that idea, right? It's not like you're going to think your way into this Ace of Swords, which is this brilliant aha moment. You're going to intuit yourself into this Ace of Swords because of what we're seeing here with the other cards here. So that means giving yourself space and time to receive the downloads from the divine. Trust your gut and your instinct and move yourself forward. Okay, because that's how this little aha moment is going to come through to give you what you need to continue to move forward. So you have overall here that the Spirit is tapping on you to say, beloved, I need you to really use your sight, your ability to understand things intuitively, and to follow that insight. You've asked me to move things faster, and I'm coming in like a bolt of lightning with this Knight of Wands. But in that, you need to surrender and allow me to take the wheel. As some people say, Jesus, take the wheel. You got to move out the way if you want Spirit to come in and take the wheel. Okay. So this is what Spirit is saying. Like, I'm coming in, but step to the side so I can go ahead and move you forward. In the meanwhile, you need to be tapping into your intuition and following your gut and your instinct so that things can move forward. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing here. So if you chose this pile, this is pile number 3, and also the pile that was at the 2 a.m. time frame. This is the reading that I see for you. Thank you so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day. I'm pleased to have you here. I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button for me and join the growing collective community. I'd love to have you here. I'd love to hear a comment from you. Hit that like button down there to let me know that this is the kind of content that you're enjoying. Feel free to give suggestions on readings that might be interesting to you, and I will see you in the next reading. Okay? Have a joyfully abundant day. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. So this is pile number 4, or if you chose the 3 a.m. Spirit wake up call, and the competition, summon courage and self-confidence card. This is going to be your reading. And so we are tapping into, what is this Spirit wake up call? What is it about? What is hidden and needs to be revealed? What actions do we need to take? And how is Spirit is going to support us through this? Okay, so let's hop in here. So pile number 4, those who chose the 3 a.m., you got drawn in by this competition card. And what this card is really telling me is that it's time for you to kind of tap into your inner beast, right? Your inner tiger here. It's like, I don't know if you can see it. There's like, it's like a child of some kind, like just ready to like roar, but like they're roaring with their beast. They're on top of their beast. And there's a sense of you needing to like tap into your courage, because the competition may be rising around you, but that you are really set to be in victory, but only if you step fully into your power, into your tiger energy, into your ability to keep moving forward. All right. So spirit is really, it's kind of like, it is a wake up call for you. It's like, okay, beloved, like I'm coming in and I need you to like really be at your top game. Like you need to really be stepping into your courage and your self-confidence. You know, even if you have to fake it till you make it, y'all, you got to step into that confidence, because spirit is wanting you to do that for whatever this situation is that you're dealing with. Now, let's take a look at what might be some dynamics around this situation. Okay. So you have the Ace of Materials, which is interesting because I really felt like this leads me to believe that it's like, you know, an ace is going to be a beginning. So it's like a new project. It feels like with this competition thing, it feels like a work, like this is a work related situation, work or just within your field, right, of some kind, but that there is some sort of new beginning, new project that is on the horizon. It may be that like if it's your job or something like that, there might be a new opportunity that's available that multiple people are trying to put in for or compete for, or it could even be that it's not necessarily a concrete job or role, but just like competing to get visibility or be, you know, chosen to continue to move forward or prosper in some way, you know, within your role. Okay. It could be any number of things, or it could be, you know, within a creative project and just the competition of being able to like get your work out there or be the one that's chosen to be able to get your work out there in some way. So that seems to be kind of what the situation is, along with, let's see. Interesting. Okay. So this is like the overall situation. You've got the Moon card, which lets me know that there's something that is hidden. There's something that's going on underneath the surface. Some conflicting emotions that either you're having or someone else is having. And I'm kind of thinking in this, what I'm getting intuitively is that there are some emotions that you're not, that are being hidden from you, that you're not 100% clear that, you know, maybe that someone else is, you know, really wanting whatever it is that you're getting or whatever you're moving toward getting in some kind, you know, like if it was the example of a job, then it could be, you know, that you're applying for some promotion and you don't know that there's like other competitors for this promotion, like that are literally right around you and just haven't like communicated it. Like that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here, that there's like a new beginning or something that like is maybe meant to be yours or is, you know, really kind of falling in your hands, and that there are competitors that are around you that you're either not fully aware that they're there at all, or you're not aware of the tactics or methods that they may be using to proceed, right? To get in there. And so spirit is like, knock, 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 beloved. You need to be paying attention. You need to put your game face on. Make sure you got your pads on, your helmet on, because you're about to go into battle in some way, like in a life battle, right? In terms of something that you're desiring or something that you're wanting. Now, let's see. Actually, we did ask the question of what is going on underneath the surface. We know something's going on underneath the surface because we got this Moon card. So let's see what we've got here. Territory. Okay, so crows are very territorial. They don't like, you know, other animals or other crows coming into their space once they have claimed their space. So it feels like what's going on underneath the surface here, I'm still really feeling like this feels like a job situation where you know, people, but it could be personal. It could be, you know, that someone feels like you're on their turf in some way, or, you know, yeah, but I'm going to just stay with the job. If it, just take what resonates with you. If it feels like, oh, it's not a job situation, it's a personal situation, you know, with people involved in that way, then it could be that. But just to make it clear in terms of what this territory is, it's like if you were in this job, it's like someone else might be feeling like you're stepping into their territory, or it may be that someone else is kind of stepping their way into your territory to be able to sort of move themselves forward in a certain kind of way. And Spirit is saying, I need you to step into your courage, pull in your courage, pull in your confidence, hold your ground, protect yourself, protect what it is that you're moving toward in your dream, in your dreams, right? Because the territory is just about that territorial energy of the crow, and like not wanting others to kind of be in their space in some ways. So be very mindful of the kinds of spaces that you are dealing with here. I'm going to put this up here so we can see, because this is the situation, and then this is what is going on, hidden or needs to be revealed, as well as this one, injury. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, this is also what's hidden and needs to be revealed. So let's see what the tarot is. The moon again. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely, but this, in this case, well, this, okay, and the magician. Yeah, you've got more ability than you think you do to be able to shift this situation. You got to wake up, beloved. That's why they're knocking you on the door, because you need to be paying attention to what's going on around you so that you can act and take the steps needed to make changes, to manifest what it is that you need to manifest. Now, when this injury card, I want to go back to this injury card, because this is like an injured crow here. And one of the things that this card talks about is it talks about if you've been harmed, if you're a wounded animal, okay, in some way, then you have a tendency to want to go into fight or flight, right? So you can sometimes not be thinking fully rational about something. So whether or not it's you in this situation that has some injury or some blind spot, or it could be that someone in your environment has some sort of injury or some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ailment, but like flaw, right? Like some type of flaw or injury, right? Some type of flaw that they're trying to overcompensate for. And so therefore you get this sort of fight or flight thing. And so when people get kind of backed up into the corner like that, maybe it's just that they want something that you have and they feel like they can't do it because they're injured in some way, or they don't have the ability, they don't have all the skills or the way that you carry yourself or connections or whatever it might be that you have. They can go into this fight or flight, and you can have an unknown, for lack of a better word, I don't like doing readings like this, but it's true. Like, you can have an enemy, right? That's like out there causing havoc because they're injured. Okay. And if it's you injured, then you need to be really mindful that, and if a perceived injury is causing you to act in a way that is out of alignment with what you need to get to your dream. All right. Because it can cause us to get into that fight or flight energy. And you don't want to do that if you're trying to be in your full confidence and courage. All right. And so, but I'm also getting intuitively that this feels like someone that's in your space that feels like they have a flaw or an incapability or don't have the skills or something like that, that's causing them to kind of act in, lack of a better word, a ratchet kind of a way, right? Like they're kind of lashing out in a way that is really not helpful, okay? And may be very territorial, right? While they're encroaching on your territory. So this is kind of what's going on an undercurrent, and Spirit is saying, I need you to wake up, step into your courage, step into your self-confidence. Now, this second moon card, the reason why I said it might be slightly different here is because the first moon card I felt like was saying there's something hidden going on underneath. And then what we're asking here is what is hidden and needs to be revealed. And then you've got the moon card again. So it's like kind of doubling down to say like, yeah, there's something hidden here. But in this case, I feel like there's emotion that is hidden here. And it kind of takes me back to this idea of the injury and whether or not there are people in your space that are not being totally on the up and up in terms of how they feel about something emotionally, and they're acting in ways out of how they feel about it emotionally. And that may be confusing to you because you may not understand that this individual or individuals are acting from an emotional space that you weren't even aware of. Okay. So that, Spirit is like, I need you to be mindful of this. There's a sense of like, I keep hearing like, wake up, beloved, wake up, beloved. Like, it's kind of like if you were, in the military or something. I've never been in the military, but it's say you were in the military and like, you were fast asleep and like a battle comes in, right? The battle cry comes in and you're not waking up. And then people are like, wake up, soldier, wake up. Like you need to pay attention because you need to be alert for this battle that's coming in. And in your case, it may be in a work environment or something like that, but you need to be alert. All right. That's what I'm hearing. And we're going to see more about the reading in terms of like what kind of outcome we're looking at here and how Spirit is going to support you through it. But I'm just really getting this sense of like, pay attention because you've got power to be able to counteract this and be able to manifest that which you really want. The Magician is a very powerful card in terms of manifesting anything and everything using your own energy and the energy around you to create the outcome that is most suitable for you. So you've got that, and you've got some strong cards here because you've got the Moon twice and you've got the Magician. And then, of course, these are all Oracle cards. But then the Ace is also like a big card because it's a beginning card of something like a new, exciting opportunity that is coming in on the horizon. All right. So this is why Spirit is kind of waking you up because they want you to wake up. Now, this card here is about what action is needed to take or what medicine you might need within this situation. Big, bold vision. Wow, look at that. Big, bold vision. This to me is really speaking to this thing about confidence, about you really being clear about what it is that you're doing, what you have to offer, what you're bringing to the table, and being able to articulate your vision, even if you think it's slightly different from others that are around you, because that is going to be the change. I'm actually going to read more about that, but let's just see the other things that are actions that you need to be taking or possible medicine. Then you've got the foxglove. This is all about confidence. Okay. But we'll talk about that, but that's what it is. So there's really a need. Spirit is really kind of doubling down on, beloved, we need you to step up. Like it's time for you to step up in whatever this work is, to step fully into your power. You have what you need, but you need to exhibit that. You need to really show that and step fully into your power. Okay, and then the other thing that you've got in terms of what you need to do, what action, you've got the Queen of Wands. Wow, and the Empress. Very strong cards. Pile number 4 are those that chose the 3 a.m. Okay, you've got this big, bold vision, which I just think is a gorgeous card. And it's also tapping into your, vision, right? Your third eye, talking about your intuition. But there's this sense here because you've got the third eye and then you've got the throat chakra is kind of highlighted here. So there's this sense here that you really need to speak. You need to be bold, right? Because this is big, bold vision. You need to be bold in what it is that you are creating and believing to be true. Okay. And moving forward. It says you are not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big, even if you have absolutely no idea or what all the details may look like. You can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active, contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. Okay, so there is something, a vision or an idea that is coming to you, and you may worry that it's too much for you, but don't worry because it's meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make, you got to do some tweaking, you got to stand up, stand fully into your power, but it is meant for you. Okay, so you need to release all blocks to your vision. Okay. Conscious or unconscious, stored in your body or mind that have belittled you or minimized yourself out of fear or ignorance. You are not the injured one here. Okay. Do not sit in injury and be in a place of fight or flight. Okay. This oracle brings you a message that you are about to receive or be invited to become a part of a grand visionary beginning. This Ace of Materials, okay? You're going to be invited to do that. So no matter how the journey that brings this vision into reality unfolds, and there are going to probably be some twists and turns because you've got some things that are hidden here, right? Some things that are underneath the surface. What you're being asked to do is trust your heart, be still with your choices, and when the time feels right, truthfully leap. Be bold, beloved. Okay, be bold. The Queen of Wands, again, I love this particular Queen of Wands because it really shows the power of manifestation and her power. Okay, the Queen of Wands is about, really using her passion, her fire, and her power to be able to get the abundance, to win the battles that she needs to win. Okay, where is my? I want to just double check the Foxglove, but I'm pretty sure that the Foxglove is all about confidence. Even just looking at her tooting that horn, it's like stepping fully into your power. And, pronouncing, like, again, we get this throat chakra of like you really not only stepping into your power, but speaking on your power, right? Summon your courage is what it says, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Summon your courage, connection, protection. Take a moment to envision a blossoming foxglove and breathe her powerful energy into your heart. See your heart glow with vibrant light and let it warm you, fuel you, and propel you forward into the most glorious and successful future. The time is right to summon your courage and powerfully banish, dissolve, and destroy any and all cords of fear that may have been holding you back. Listen to your heart. There it is. Summon your courage. That's exactly, it's right under the competition card, the self-confidence and courage, okay? And then the Queen of Wands is that energy, that passionate energy that's going to take you to where you need to be. And then what could be better than the Empress card, which is all about creation, fertility, bursting the world out of your universe, okay? Just beautiful, beautiful. That if you step into your courage, if you step into your self-confidence, you are going to be emerging, okay? You're going to be emerging very fertile and creating something truly abundant, truly rich, truly sustaining, okay? So there's really a need. That's why they're knocking on you. That's why they're knocking on you 3 a.m., right? Is to say, wake up, beloved. You got to put your armor on. You got to be ready to go because you are being invited into a beautiful new beginning, all right? And then Spirit is saying, how are they going to support you, Spirit? So this is what we pulled. You've got follow the leader. Now, it's interesting because this card is also talking about being a leader. It's saying that you have the power to be a leader. And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, one, follow Spirit because Spirit is going to be the leader, okay? But second, you are the leader as well. So you need to follow the intuition of Spirit, your guide, and allow others to follow you. You're stepping into a role of leadership. Okay, to a role of leadership. And then you've got, remember me, the divine mother within. And I'm going to read this one here, but that is beautiful. And then for your final cards, you've got 3 of these. You've got the Queen of Swords, using your intellect, the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, we'll talk about that. This is about balance. And the 4 of Swords. Okay, so there's a need here for you to get some rest, some restoration and replenishment. You need to wake up, but there's also this sense, and it may be that after you kind of like wake up and are alert to some things, that you're going to need to go within and make sure that you're tapping into what those next steps are. The 6 of Pentacles also talks about this equal give and take, this give and receive. And what I'm feeling strongly from this card in your placement in this reading is that you need to make sure that you're in a situation where there is equal give and take, and that you're not giving more than you are receiving. Okay. You need to make sure that there is a balance of the give and take, because it's a very, charitable card, the Six of Pentacles, but there's also this sense of like, there needs to be harmony and balance around the give and take. Okay. And then your Queen of Swords is really calling on you being able to make stern mental decisions, moving yourself forward, using your intellect. When we move into a space of competition, the Queen of Swords is one to have in your pocket, because she is very strategic. She uses her mind, she uses her intellect to make clear, I don't want to say cold, but clear, concise decisions based on her intellect and the facts of the situation. And so because there's some things hidden underneath here, it's important for you to gather more knowledge and make sure that you're making decisions based on the facts of the situation, okay? So this reading right here, in terms of why Spirit is kind of tapping on you, I feel like it is for a wake-up call so that you can fully be tapped in to what is going on around you, okay? This Remember Me, the Divine Mother Within, okay? This card is saying that sometimes we can feel alone, and you may be feeling that because you may be feeling like there's something going on underneath, and you kind of have a sense that something's there, but you don't know what it is. And it may be that, I hate to say this, but you don't actually have the Seven of Swords, which would make me believe that there was also some backstabbing going on here. So I don't get the sense that it's actually like backstabbing per se, but there's definitely something that is hidden from you in terms of emotional stuff that's going on that maybe other people are going through in regards to what you're dealing with or competing for. So be mindful of that. You may be not quite sure where or to whom you may truly belong. Frightened and insecure, we imagine dark happenings and feel consumed with anxiety and doubt. Or perhaps we struggle to feel our feelings and instead have symptoms of the feelings we cannot quite find another way to express. We cannot sleep, we cannot unwind, and we need to relax, and we cannot feel safe or secure. These are signs that we're in need of reconnection to the Divine Mother, all right? Okay, so in the Divine Mother is saying here, I believe in you. I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. I see the truth of you, and I know you are worthy. No matter how strong or grown up you became or have become, or how vulnerable and small you may feel, I love you, my own wild child divine. Trust in me, the Divine Mother within you, to guide, comfort, and nurture you in the beautiful fullness of your divine destiny. So there's a sense that Spirit is saying, I am here. I'm right there with you. I see you. I see what you're struggling. And that's why they're whispering into your ear in the midnight hour. We need you to wake up. Okay. And so there's a sense of like being in your courage, speaking your mind, having your self-confidence, and also making sure there's an equal balance of give and take, and that you're getting some time to rest so that you can prepare yourself to be this beautiful empress that's going to birth forth a new idea that is just beginning right now. So I hope this makes sense to you all and resonates well. The reading is very, very clear. And I want to thank you for joining me in the Abundant Joy Tarot. Please, if you have not already, subscribe, join the collective, and share, like it, give me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you in your next reading. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 5, or those that chose the 4 a.m. Spirit Wake Up Call. So this was the card that pulled you in, which was the Archangel Gabriel, Messenger of Creativity and Hope. Okay. So notice Gabriel is surrounded by children. There's a sense of fertility here. And when we talk about creativity, there's a sense of It could be having to do with actual fertility in terms of birth of children, something like that. But it can also have to do with the creative world, because Archangel Gabriel helps artists, creatives of all kinds to be able to move themselves forward in some way, okay? So he speaks to you through your heart and soul, Gabriel, which means God is my strength, guides hopeful parents, okay, infertility or child conception, giving them courage and strength. But then he's also the angel of communication and the arts, okay, inspiring and motivating you in your creative pursuits. His presence offers enthusiasm and encouragement in the creative fields. So he guides authors, artists, musicians, dancers to reach your full potential, okay? So this is interesting because I feel like, Spirit is asking you to really tap into your creativity, but there's also a sense of hope here. So there's a sense that maybe some of you may be in a place that it's not a great place, maybe a little bit of a dark place in some kind. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm just seeing like kind of a shadow of darkness. I don't know if it's I don't know if there's any like anger around you, or maybe you're feeling very angry about something, or maybe in relationship with someone else, or maybe you haven't fully tapped into it, but it's there kind of brewing underneath the surface. But there's something like a shadow that's kind of overarching, and Archangel Gabriel is kind of coming in to get you to, some of you may be going through a bit of, I think people use that term a lot, like this idea of the dark night of the soul, but this sense of like, sometimes as a creative, as an artist in some way, you can go into a place that feels like it's a really negative space, but it is a space in which you're learning lessons to then be able to come out on the other side into light. And so that's the kind of energy that I'm getting, that is sort of like this dark space, but sometimes those spaces can feel really, really difficult because you can't necessarily see all the light that's around you. In this situation, Archangel Gabriel is kind of coming in to like shed some light and some hope. But let's see what the situation is, because maybe that's what I'm picking up intuitively. So let's just see what the cards are saying. So in terms of what the situation is, we've got strength. I love that. The Hanged Muse, or the Hanged Man. And the Eight of Emotions, which is going to be your Eight of Cups. Okay. So what it's saying here to me is that, you are needing to, in whatever situation or circumstance or relationship or environment that you're in right now, you're needing to tap into your inner strength. If you have been lashing out a lot, there's a need for you to kind of tap into that quiet strength that you hold and allow yourself to kind of step fully into your power. You may be feeling a bit stuck at this time, like things are not moving forward at the pace that you need them to move forward, because you've got this Hanged Muse here. But the thing about the Hanged Muse is that this can also be motivated, because it's a major arcana, it can be motivated by connection to divinity, connection to spirit, in that you're receiving downloads in this, quote, stagnation or pause that you're in. The spirit is wanting you to get some new information. And I think it's partially because you may be in a situation, environment, or relationship of some kind that you need to walk away from. Now, what's beautiful about the Eight of Cups card is that you're actually walking toward something good, something new, something that's going to move you out of the stagnation that you're in. But it does require walking away from something, someone. It could even be an idea that you have about yourself or your future or your possibilities, right? To be able to walk away from, let go of some old, no longer serving you ideas, so that you can move forward into your new path, okay? So that's what I'm seeing as kind of the overarching situation, why you're getting a tap in the midnight hour of 4 a.m. So let's see what is hidden, okay? Because the next piece is what is hidden. What is hidden or needs to be revealed, all right? And so we've got warning, okay? So in this situation here, the crow is out there kind of warning of something that is coming or coming in the future. And this card speaks to sometimes when we're in a situation, we need outside friends, outside people, outside supporters to give the call of warning, because we don't necessarily see that we're about to be in some hot water, right? And so this card is asking you to pay attention to any signals or signs, any kind of pull-asides that you've had from people that you trust and close family or family members that are like, this situation doesn't look too good, or are you okay, or anything like that. Like, you need to pay attention to those signals and signs, because Spirit is also there giving you warnings, which is why there might be a tap tap, to pay attention to what's going on in the environment around you and make sure that you're not in any, I don't want to say any type of danger because that feels really strong, but any type of, thing that's going to cause you to be outside of who you truly need to be. Okay. So let's see what we got. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you've got the Wrath card here. Now, it's interesting because this is the reason why I said wow, is because this is the energy that I saw when I was intuiting at the beginning about this idea of like anger, if there was something brewing underneath the surface, or anger, because wrath takes anger to a whole other level, because it's not only are we angry about something, but we feel the need to get revenge in some way. So it takes that energy of the anger to another level. In this situation, it's like the story is like there is like a small raccoon or something that got one of the baby crows, sort of hurt the baby crow or ate the baby crow or killed the baby crow or something. And this wrath of crows comes down, and they are angry, and they are, circling this raccoon and like, gonna go in, And so there's just this energy. I mean, you can look at the card, like all the red, and there's this sort of energy of like wrath. So with this being in combination of the warning, and then because now we're pulling the cards around what's hidden, what needs to be revealed, is that there's some underlying emotions. And I'm not clear yet if this rage is coming from you, like if it's an underlying emotion within you that you really have this rage that's brewing. That could very well be the case, is what I'm kind of feeling like that is what it is. It's going on underneath the surface because you're feeling like you can't fully act on it. And this is why you're being called on to use your inner strength, right? To be able to use that quiet strength to move things forward. Allow yourself to tap into spirit, to be guided, to walk away from something so you don't step out of your own character in this sense of wrath, right? Needing to take wrath, because that's not an energy that you want to stay in any period of time, right? So it's like you need to kind of walk away from that. Let's see what else is going on underneath the surface. And we got 3 cards here. So again, you've got the Strength card. Yeah, Spirit is really calling you to, because the Strength card, it is about, being strong, but it's a quiet strength. The Strength card is about, interesting, the Hierophant and the Page of Cups. Okay, and this is what's going on underneath the surface, what needs to be revealed. Okay, so like the Strength card, as I was saying, is like a card that's really talking about that gentle strength. She sort of is able to kind of calm I like to say it's like the beast inside. It's like really kind of using your strength to calm the beast inside, which can in turn calm the beast outside of you or the people around you that might not be, letting you be your best self, right? Yeah, and you've got there's a double whammy of it. So it's like not only is it in the situation, but it's actually what's going on underneath, what's hidden. So there's this sense of like not only do you need to tap into it, but I guess Spirit is really also kind of reminding and putting an exclamation point on that you actually have the strength to tackle this situation and to do it with grace and with ease, because that's the way she calms the lion, okay? With grace and with ease, not with like arms or wrath or any of that, right? That's quite, the strength card is about using your grace, almost that feminine energy, to like tame the beast inside and outside. And then you've got the Hierophant. And again, we're talking about what's going on underneath the surface. So in the Hierophant here, I feel is really talking about kind of old structures or ideas, maybe a certain way of thinking that, you know, you could, in this situation, you could be in a relationship of some kind that you feel like because of you have a certain belief that things need to be a certain way. They need to be structured in a certain way. And there's a need for you to, because that's going on underneath the surface, instead of being able to fully express yourself or do what it is that you need to do, like possibly walk away from this situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, or whatever it might be, you have this sort of sense of loyalty or sort of a moral code that you're holding that kind of gives you your internal rules and regulations by which you can live your life. And because that's going on underneath the undercurrent, it's kind of stopping you from being able to move forward in the direction that you need to move. So really be conscious of the conscious and unconscious rules in which you govern your life based on what you were raised or what, you know, whatever the belief system was, and make sure that those rules are still serving you. Okay. Then you've got this Page of Cups, which is actually, it's a youthful energy. Okay. But it is a message of love coming in. And so that love can also be in internal love. Like I'm really seeing, I don't know, because of the way that it is on this card, the way it's portrayed in this card, I'm really seeing this as like an incoming flux of self-love that can guide you out of anything that is no longer holding you in the space of love, right? Whether that be in a job or a relationship or a creative project or partnership or anything like that. If it is no longer really bringing a space of love, then that is taking me back to that eight of emotions or 8 of cups, where there's a need for you to walk away towards something else that is going to bring you more light. Okay. This is what I'm seeing is going on underneath the surface. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is what actions do you need to take, or what medicine do you need that might help you, right, to be able to navigate through this situation. Okay, if what we've been talking about so far doesn't resonate with you, please check out one of the other piles, because they all actually have very different situations, you know, that the Spirit is calling you in. But if you're, you know, kind of getting that midnight hour call, there may be a message for you in one of those other piles if you feel drawn. Okay. You could also see, well, there could be multiple messages, but yeah, these are pretty long readings. So see what works for you. Okay. So in regards to what actions do you need to take, or what medicine is there for you, you've got diving for the light. So it's interesting because this is continuing on this theme that there is a darkness there that you're having to move through. The diving for light it talks about being like a very special, rebellious and strong spirit, because you are diving into the darkness to be able to find the light. So you may be in a situation where you feel like there's a lot of shadows around you. You may be feeling the anger or the wrath, either coming from you or coming from others within the environment. And that part of the work that you're doing, the soul work that you're doing right now, is to go in through the darkness to find the light. Diving for the light is what this card is. You have the light, but you may need to go into some places that are not so bright, and they may be a bit dark for you. Okay. It says in this reading here, to look for the light. It says you are diving for light. And it can be so much simpler to seek the light in the heavenly in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. But to look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. And you are diving into light. But you may not feel like you're on this journey by choice, yet you've taken this wise challenge on from deep within your soul. Okay, your soul has made the decision to take on this challenge, and your innermost being has invoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power, wisdom, and creative juice. So it's giving you an opportunity to actually be able to grow. All right. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. Okay. It speaks of a time when you're called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. The darkness might be a creative block, a sense of being in a void, or feelings of depression, rage, like we saw with the wrath, sadness, fear, or anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause, okay? But the darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there's a socially acceptable or obvious reason for it, such as a death, divorce, or re-entrenchment. However, there may be no obvious justification for your experience of darkness. So you might need a reason to be able to fully accept it, all right? But what they're saying here is that you're needing to move through this darkness. No, we're not meant to suffer here, but it's like your soul is going through this darkness to get to the light, okay? You must be willing to bear the darkness and understand it has a purpose, much like winter does upon the earth. It is not in error or through lack of consciousness that you are here now. It is a testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that you are lacking or stalling, okay? You're in a healing process, all right? Diving for light is a spiritual test and a threshold for all true creative work. We successfully navigate our way through this test and pass the threshold into new creative birth by connected to the light of compassion in our own hearts. So you got to get connected to what's going on internal. This is why you may have to walk away, okay? Because if something is causing you to act outside of your own character, your own light, then it's not worth it for your soul journey. So you need to move forward. That is in fact the test, right? To be able to move toward your light. All right, beautiful souls. All right, so let's look at the other medicine or actions that you need to take. And you've got morning glory. And when I look at this card, the first thing I think of like a new day. It's a new day. I feel like there's a new day and a new dawn coming for you. Okay, there's just this opening, like the card is surrounded by the night, right? And the morning glory is blossoming in the bright new day. And then you've got this beautiful butterfly, which is this transformation. So this sense that you are, as you're diving into the dark and coming back into the light, you are transforming and becoming anew, okay, with that morning glory. And then you've got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is talking about a new beginning. Again, a sense of sort of walking away. But I love the Ace of Wands for you because it's about a creative new beginning. And we've got the Archangel Gabriel here, who's also, so if any of you are dealing with particularly an artist of some kind, and you might be going through a struggle that has to do with a creative work, or it could be a relationship, but this idea of the Ace of Wands is that there's a new spark of creation and passion that is coming forward. Now, the Five of Wands kind of speaks to the action that you need to take within this situation, because in the environment you're in, you may be surrounded by competition. But what you need to do is shift your mindset to allow the competition to make you better, to make you strive higher, be the one that's actually getting to the top, that you're using the competition to sharpen yourself, like they say, iron sharpens iron. So that's what, you need in terms of what action, what medicine that you need to do to be able to move yourself through this. Okay. And then now let's look at how Spirit is going to support you through this process and this transition, this transformation that you're in right now. All right. And so what Spirit is saying in terms of support for you, balancing act. Okay. So I'm going to look at all the cards and then go into what does that support look like. You've got surrender, sensitive sister, be moved by the moon. Be moved by your emotions too. I'm going to read that one. And then the tarot that you have. The Ace of Cups, again, a new beginning. I love that because there's a closing out that's happening here. You're moving out of that diving into the darkness. Wow. What a great card to be your final card. You've got the Empress. So let's take a look at this here. So with Spirit coming in to support, wow, that's beautiful, y'all. So you have been doing the hard work of diving into the darkness here, right? And finding your light. I want to give you information on this balancing act. There's a need for you to find the balance in your world. And in some cases for some of you all, that is going to mean walking away. So that the balance that you're finding is also within yourself. Okay, it says you are calm within no matter the fluctuations of outer conditions. It's important for you to find your internal harmony, your internal set point. So as you're maneuvering through your environment right now, which might be a little bit of a, what is that called? A minefield of some kind, you, yourself and your soul and your spirit are staying balanced and in harmony. There are times when things seems a bit topsy-turvy and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. So again, if you find yourself in a situation where you're being forced to behave in a way that's outside of your light, okay, then that's when you've got this Eight of Cups and you need to move forward. Okay, but I think you're already in the process of doing that. And that's what Spirit is sort of knocking on you, like, we need to keep moving. You've got the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful new beginning of love, right? It could be self-centered love. It could be, if you're in a relationship that is closing out, it could be the beginning of something new coming into your space, because you're definitely moving into a space of great creativity, prosperity, and abundance, because you've got the Empress card here. And so this is it's so intense and beautiful because we started with Archangel Gabriel, who helps you to move into a space of fertility, right? To a place of creation. And then you're ending with the ultimate creation card. So it's like Archangel, is it Archangel Gabriel? Did I mix it up? Let me make sure. Yeah, Archangel Gabriel is coming in to assist you through this dark period that you're in, but is leading you to a place of such light and abundance and birth, creativity, okay? So that is gorgeous for you all. Like, that is beautiful. Pay attention to this idea of, competition and allowing the competition to make you better with that Five of Wands, and allow yourself to receive new ideas that may come in like a burst of flames, okay? And pay attention to them. You may all of a sudden get the idea of like, oh, I need to leave and go do this. Or I need to leave. This is what keeps coming in my head. I need to leave and do this. I need to leave and do that. I need to leave and do whatever it is. So there's this sense that you do need to leave something behind. But again, it could be a person, it could be an environment, it could be a job, or it could be a thought process, because you had the Hierophant here. So old ideas that you've held about how you need to be in the world, right? That you may need to let go of and move on. Now let's look at this surrender, sensitive sister. Be moved by the moon. This is such a gorgeous card, okay? It says here, something is happening. You cannot see it, but in your most sensitive and responsive moments, you feel it, even though others around you may not share your insight. You may share your feelings with others, and they may accept what you say or see, or they may question you. Perhaps you may be keeping it to yourself because you don't know what to do in the information or feelings, with the information or feelings, and you have or are fearful that others will be afraid and judge you. Okay? It matters not whether another sees or feels as you do. You are meant to be moved by the moon, to sense and feel as you do. Don't try to toughen up or protect yourself or become less sensitive, less emotionally attuned, or less moved by energy and feelings. Your sensitivity can become your greatest asset, a source of wisdom, truth, and even strength. Your sensitivity has been given to you for your benefit, not as a burden, okay? And then the beautiful prayer is, you know what you know, even when you don't know how you know it. I speak to you through your intuition, which is beyond logic. Even when you feel like you know too much or are too sensitive, you do not need to shut down or try to protect yourself from feeling. What will work better for you is to be open and truthful with all that you feel and resist nothing. It shall then simply flow, changing like the phases of the moon, naturally and without effort on your heart. I will guide you and show you how to do this so you will never be afraid, even of the passing experience of fear itself, and you shall become surrendered into life, a living embodiment of grace in motion. That is beautiful. Grace in motion. There's really a sense here that, when I was seeing earlier, like I was feeling really agitated by this sense of the wrath. And, the message here from Spirit is like, surrender, beloved. Allow yourself to just be truly open. Know that you will be protected and continue to move forward toward your light. Step in the direction of your light. I cannot pick this card up. Oh, it's not picking up for me here. There we go. You're moving away from something and toward the light, because the shadow is being cast behind you. Okay? So that is what I see, and why Spirit might be tapping on you at 4 a.m. or at some time in the midnight hour. I hope this gave you some insight into what might be going on in your world and what Spirit might be trying to guide you to do. Thank you so much for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. I pray if you would to please hit that subscribe button, because I'd love to have you be a part of the community. Just put a like down there, drop me a comment, and let me know if what resonates with you and if there's any ideas that you have for readings that you'd like to see, and I will do my best to bring that to you. I hope you have a joyfully abundant day, and I will see you in your next reading. Okay, bye-bye.